What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon, crypto universe. Today is Wednesday, August 16th. And yes, today we're going to be talking about DeGods and y00ts. But in this video, the reason why this is important, why I'm updating the community today, is because we have to address one thing, and that is a major whale holder. And his name is MachiBigBrother. We're going to be talking about if MachiBigBrother could destroy DeGods in terms of flooring his actual DeGods and it affecting the floor price. What will happen if that does happen? What should you expect as a holder or someone who's just watching from the sidelines deciding if they want to buy one of these NFTs or not? But also, I'm going to share with you at the very end of the video something that is a secret around the y00ts collection that nobody is talking about. But luckily, you're here to watch this video and you're going to know that secret as I reveal it. But before I do, you have to support this channel by liking the button, subscribing to this channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. And most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. Right now on OpenSea, DeGods floor price has dropped to around 4.19 Ethereum. Now, there aren't as many NFTs listed on this floor, so let's go ahead and go on to Blur, because Blur is actually dropped down from around an average price of around 4.2 Ethereum to now almost close to 4 Ethereum. Now, a lot of holders have been kind of watching on the sidelines, should they be buying in? And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But before I do, we got to talk about the utilities first around DeGods, because again, once you stake your DeGods, you can earn points. What are those points used for? Well, it's obviously for the points parlor. So a lot of the holders have now been utilizing a lot of their points to see if they're going to win any prizes. Majority of people have ended up winning dust tokens, such as this person right here. And also, we've seen some more people winning more than just a single dust, but now 333 dust. So this is another thing. But also, we have to reveal some big wins. So say, for instance, we have Chris.Sol, who won a $25 Uber gift card. So again, if you're wondering if you're actually winning any of these prizes, if you're actually going to win a Tesla, well, maybe this just goes to show that people are winning these actual prizes. What else is there? There's also this person who actually won an Apple TV 4K, which comes with the remote, which comes with the actual device, 128 gigabytes. So someone actually won this, and we like to congratulate Lexar Bots. Next up, we also have this person who ended up winning a ledger based on all of his points that he's contributed to this raffle. He's won this ledger from the ledger company, which is a great way. I mean, these things run for around $70 to even like over $100, depending on how much storage you want. So that's absolutely a great steal in my opinion. As you can see, we've seen a lot of people win amazing raffles, but again, another thing that's really great is that finally, again, I brought this up in yesterday's video, we're seeing the first time NFTs on a Formula One car. Well, why am I bringing this up? Well, yesterday there was a Twitter space between Frank and some of the team members from Kraken NFTs Marketplace, talking to them, saying why they felt very bullish around DeGods. And it was really nice to hear from the Kraken NFT team to say, you know, what their perspective is on the market, but also how much faith they have into the DeGods collection, but also the y00ts collection as well. They love everything that Frank is doing, even regardless of all the fun that's been happening. And that's the type of relationship, the type of marketing, the type of publicity that you just can't win by paying money. Like, this is literally earned by hard work. And that's something that no one should sleep on. So if you haven't already, be sure to click on this link on the DeGods page and submit your NFT. I sure did. I did it yesterday and I was absolutely happy to do it. But when I made this post, what's really great is that I ended up attaching or tagging people that were a part of that Twitter space conversation. And they were absolutely very responsive to this post. They liked it, they shared it, and it was absolutely a great experience. Even down below, when I tagged Andy, he said, "Legend, rooting for you." When I attached Kraken, they said, "Godspeed." See, that's the type of thing you want from an exchange, not just people who are just trying to develop marketing by spreading word of mouth but not engaging with their audience. So this is a great opportunity to be a part of that. Now let's talk about the point of this video, which is MachiBigBrother, because this morning today, and this is breaking news, MachiBigBrother now holds around 350 DeGods in his main wallet. Why is this important? That means that there are some DeGod holders who sold their bids into MachiBigBrother. So MachiBigBrother puts in a bid on blur.io, which is a website that has the most transaction volume within Ethereum NFTs. And it appears that more people sold their NFTs or accepted his bids, and that's why he automatically has been accumulating 350 at this very moment. So this is really important to understand, because if he decides to dump, that could affect the floor price. But we're going to talk about what will happen in terms of its floor price, how far it will go, and what somebody has planned when that price does hit their exact target. But who is MachiBigBrother? So if you go on his Instagram, this is actually who he is. He's completely doxed. He's not just this mysterious person, but he is actually a well-known figure. Now, what is that all about? Well, if you ask who MachiBigBrother is, he is an entertainer, he's a serial entrepreneur, and a DeFi pioneer. He's the founder of Cream Finance. He's also known for being a member of the Taiwanese hip-hop group, LA Boys, if you don't know who that is. Now, further on, we got to talk about yesterday when Frank from the DeGods team decided to hop on a Twitter space because he saw MachiBigBrother and decided to ask him, MachiBigBrother, to not unload his 300 plus DeGods, because yesterday he had 300, now he has 350. And he asked him not to, basically floor them or unload all of them all at once in the market. But again, he understands, Frank has expressed that yes, this is a free market, meaning like he's free to do whatever he wants to do, and he can basically trade, sell, buy whatever he wants. That's basically what he understands and respects off of Machi. And in response, MachiBigBrother spoke to Frank and said he wants the DeGods NFT project to get an ApeCoin allowment. So it's interesting how Frank, Machi are exchanging this different conversations between each other, but what really happened? Either way, they ended up speaking on the phone together. And this is the conversation that they had, which I will play in a little clip right now, but it's very interesting. So this is from J-Toys. If you don't know J-Toys, he actually grabs a lot of snippets from different Twitter spaces. Be sure to like him, subscribe to his Twitter space, but I'm gonna let this video play that he created right now.
That's the reason I talked to Machi, by the way. It's not because of anything about me or Machi or anything like that. He's just currently a hanging cloud on the DeGods community, somebody that's I'm getting a lot of questions about. So instead of me speculating, I figured, fuck it, let me just talk to the guy one-on-one, and had an hour and a half long chat with him. And I think it went well. I mean, like, I think he's going to do his thing no matter what. But I do think we talked for an hour and a half, chatted about a lot of different topics. I think that he's both a misunderstood guy and also complicated, and honestly just doesn't give a fuck is my biggest, that is my takeaway. And I don't mind quoting on that. I don't mind that clip. Is like, when I talked to Machi face to face today, I was like, fuck, this man literally gives no fucks. And so it's always interesting dealing with, someone like that. But I don't think he's going to go fucking nuclear on us. So that was my takeaway there. That being said, I think there's an interesting debate of whether or not he should just do it. The way I see it is, he has 300 something DeGods. I'm in my position. I'm just gonna go talk to the fucking guy. I mean, deserves a conversation at the very least, and probably more. Like, that's a lot. He's a top holder now.
So just based on this an hour and a half to 2 hour conversation, we're seeing that basically Frank acknowledges that MachiBigBrother will do whatever he wants to do. He doesn't give an F on what happens. I mean, basically, I think Frank just exchanged to him what DeGods is building, what he's trying to build for his community. And maybe there's something behind the scenes where maybe they made an exchange or made an agreement or made some type of understanding. But again, we have to understand that this could actually be bearish for the DeGods collection, because in the security of all the holders, there was no promise that Machi will sell. And we got to talk about the major concern that happens around this conversation if MachiBigBrother decides to unload. What if he does? Well, people speculate that if he decides to dump his 350 DeGods on the market floor, then it could drop to around 3 Ethereum floor price on both OpenSea and Blur. Now, I just want to express to everybody that MachiBigBrother is known for dumping certain NFTs, such as Bored Apes. So not too long ago, on June 25th, it appeared that MachiBigBrother literally dumped around over $1 million worth of Bored Apes, roughly around 19 Bored Apes at the time. I don't know what the story is behind this, but again, the person who owns this many apes, you've seen what happened to the Bored Ape Yacht Club floor price. We've seen it drop significantly from around 45 Ethereum to around 28 Ethereum to 30 Ethereum at the time of this recording. So someone dumping on a collection could affect the whole price of a collection. So the rumors is that if MachiBigBrother dumps his 350 or maybe even more, again, if people sell their DeGods into his bids, if he decides to dump those NFTs, then it could drop as low as to 3 Ethereum. But here's the thing, somebody has a big plan for that if it does drop to around 3 Ethereum. And that is another whale who is SolBigBrain. He said he's been unbothered by this whole fiasco around MachiBigBrother, around the DeGods floor price dumping, around the season 3 artwork revealing. Regardless of what happens, if it dumps to 3 Ethereum, SolBigBrain literally has around 111 NFTs, around $608,000 US, available to buy into those orders. So again, if any of those Blur bid orders drop to around 3 Ethereum, his order of around 608,000 is going to fulfill those orders, and he's going to own 111 DeGods. So that's one way of seeing and understanding what will happen if we see do a dump. We're going to see more whales accumulate, so you have to best position yourself as well. Now, I want to share something from CryptoCurve, who said something really interesting. I'm not going to go ahead and share this whole different tweet that he's described here, but basically he's saying on both technical charts, on both Soul Sniper and on Parsec, is that right now we're seeing that DeGods is at a support level, meaning it hasn't really dumped as hard as we expected it to be. In fact, when we're seeing it here, we're seeing that right now at its support level, this could be the buy-in order, meaning if it drops to around 3 or 4 Ethereum, that's the time to accumulate. This is actually the lowest that we're going to actually see. Again, no promise. This is just from his own different research, because he based it on the FTX collapse, which was devastating for most NFTs and cryptocurrencies out there. But regardless, we're seeing that DeGods is actually pretty strong. And so right now we are only speculating what DeGods could be, but you now are more informed on what's going on. But besides that, I want to share with you a little secret that I found out about y00ts. Now, if you don't know, I think that right now the best play for the whole D-Labs ecosystem is not just DeGods. I'm thinking that the best play right now is the y00ts NFT collection. Why is that? Well, let's go ahead and talk about that, because right now we do know that y00ts is going to be migrating over to Ethereum. Why is that important? Because right now y00ts is on Polygon. Not many people understand how to buy a y00t NFT. They don't know how to transfer funds. They don't know how to pay for the gas fees. It's complicated, but once you figure it out, it's pretty amazing that you're actually early into this game. So now that we see that the market floor price of the y00ts collection is dropped to around 0.83, I have been accumulating secretly behind the scenes, but why is that? So let's go ahead and go into the holder count, because this is really important. This is the owners that own a certain amount of NFTs. So say for instance, we have the top 100 owners who own a specific amount of NFTs. So say for instance, number 2 holder, Fork NFT Vault, owns around 112 NFTs, and then like number 7 owns around 50 NFTs. Now this is really good in my opinion. Why is that? It's because we're seeing that right now the y00ts floor, the reason we're not seeing huge whales in this is because it's not on Ethereum. When the migration happens for y00ts from Polygon over to Ethereum, then it will be available on Blur. So if y00ts is available on Blur, then you're going to imagine that there's going to be people like MachiBigBrother, Soul Big Brain, even Pokey, who's also a whale in DeGods. You're going to see them that they're going to buy these NFTs because, again, it's easier for people to buy Ethereum NFTs with Ethereum currencies. It's really hard to buy Polygon NFTs with Ethereum, if that makes any sense. Now, the fact that y00ts is going to migrate from Polygon over to Ethereum, it means that that collection is going to be available on Blur, and that means there's going to be massive buying pressure. And in my mind, my prediction, again, this is not financial advice, it's just for entertainment value purposes only. I think the floor price is going to pump. I just don't know how high it will pump. But right now, this price, when it happens, I think what will happen is this collection, when it migrates over to Ethereum, we could see the floor price dip a little bit more, but then again, that could be a good time to dollar cost average. But if you don't want to risk that, maybe right now is the best time to accumulate these NFTs before the migration, because the migration date has not been announced yet. So that means the floor price could actually drop on Polygon as well. If all this makes sense, I hope it does. I just want to express to everybody what I'm seeing, clear as day. And again, I don't think anybody really is talking about that. So again, I'm getting into this collection before big whales or big Ethereum people end up getting into this collection once it migrates over. So I want to take advantage of this opportunity right now as we speak on Polygon. Again, this is just my perspective. So as a closing statement, how do I feel about DeGods and y00ts? Well, let's talk about DeGods first. I do feel that right now it's completely up in the air. A lot of holders are watching from the sidelines, just wondering what's going to happen. Right now, we're all pretty nervous around MachiBigBrother. Again, I don't think he cares about, being a community member. I think he's just in this to make money, which is completely respectful. So I don't want people hating on MachiBigBrother. I don't want people, attacking him, because this is what it is. It's a free market. People are allowed to buy and sell things the way that they want to. So you got to respect every big player who decides to buy into this collection. But maybe MachiBigBrother respects the collection, right? So the whole point is, don't start attacking people. Understand where they're coming from. Their actions speak louder than their words. So if he does sell, it's okay to say whatever you want. But again, never attack people because you made a bad investment. Does that make any sense? I hope that does. So with that said, let's talk about y00ts. y00ts is another collection. Now y00ts is completely undervalued in my opinion. I definitely think there's a lot more upside, but you heard my opinion, you heard my secrets around this, because I want you all to be informed, and I hope that this video has been helpful and informative. Again, if you like everything that you've heard, be sure to like the button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page to receive all of our alpha calls and buy and sell orders of both NFTs and cryptocurrencies, especially around y00ts and DeGods. Cannot wait to see you guys there. Until then, I'll see you guys and girls next time.